This is lesson 3 on Someday My Prince Will Come. In this lesson I'll be looking at the Miles Davis solo from the 1961 recording, Someday My Prince Will Come, and it's the bonus track. In this lesson I'll be looking at his solo. If you have access to my Tippeee site, you can see all the music and the transcription there, and I've made some notes as well on the worksheet. You'll notice there are several rests, his use of chord tones, and some motivic development. I'm going to play the Miles Davis solo from Someday My Prince Will Come, the 1961 bonus track. If you have access to the worksheet, you can see that many of the notes are from the chords. We call those chord tones. And there's also motivic development and repetition in bar 9 of the tune. I'm going to play it slightly slower than the original version. Best thing to do really is when you transcribe is to learn how to play the solo and play it along with the recording, but I'm just going to play it for you without that. I do have it in my head, however. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And I played a very simple left hand just to really bring the right hand out more strongly. Again, if you can see the worksheet, you can probably see a lot of the information that I'm going to tell you now. So what really struck me about this solo was the use of space and the use of chord tones and the simplicity of it. There's not a huge range. I think the lowest note is probably around C. And in fact, when the trumpet plays around C, it's often out of tune. So don't adjust your recordings. It's just the way the instrument operates. So it goes pretty well from C, and I think the highest note is around F. And that's to do with the actual instrument itself. When we come to compare it a little bit to the piano solo in later lessons, you'll find that the piano solo is completely different because there are many, many octaves, and that's kind of a feature of the solo. Back to the Miles Davis solo. So the opening phrase, those are all chord tones of B flat major. That's the 5th and the root of E flat major 7. So there's a really strong sense of only chord tones being used. In the 4th bar, those are the extensions of C minor, so they're actually the 5th, 7th and the 9th. In fact, this is the 11th, but by that time the chord's changed, which is the 7th of that. And that goes on. Then we've got the double bar, and then the section I've marked as B. And you get this nice motivic development. There's actually a lot of repetition, so it goes. And the 4th is between the C and the G. It's a perfect 4th. It's the first phrase. It's tied the C, and it comes. The resolution on G comes on beat 2. The next bar, the resolution on G comes on the and of 3, so it's a different rhythm. The next time we hear that 4th, again it resolves on beat 2, so there's some uniformity about that. After that section, we go back to the A section and compare his opening phrase in bar 1 to his phrase when he repeats the A section, and that would be in bar 17. So again, chord tones on B flat. That F is actually the sharp 9, and it sounds really cool. I'll show you that again. So this time he goes from the 7th, major 7th, down to the root. It's a big, big leap, that, but it has quite a dramatic effect. And that's obviously the flat 13 of G7. Here's a nice arpeggiated idea on E flat major 7. So he starts on the 9th, comes right down to the 3rd, and a nice little ending. Nice little tune there. So very melodic, lots of space, not flashy, thoughtful, a lot of repetition, and it's singable. And it's memorable. So although it's improvised, it does feel like another composition. And that's the Miles Davis on solo on Someday My Prince Will Come. And in the next lesson, I'll be looking at the same recording, but the pianist's solo, and that's Wynton Kelly. That was Miles Davis's solo. And now we're going to be looking at Wynton Kelly's solo on the same recording.